Okay, I wanted to talk about something else, something that I just tried to record it, but I forgot my microphone. Damn it. Um, Frustrating me because I said a lot of things that I wanted to say. So at least I got part of them out once. But I wanted to make something very clear. I want to make a whole lot of things clear. And one is my position with how I feel about people in law enforcement as a whole. Some of you people are good people. But in my experience in this life, law enforcement as a whole is a disgrace, quite honestly. It is. I don't care what judges think or what attorneys think. Most of you people don't do much thinking anyway. You just turn on the TV at night and you get back on the hamster wheel in the morning. And that's your life. Um, but some of those individuals, and really what I see is an absolute total rejection of discipline. Most of you people have no fucking idea in law enforcement what discipline really is. And the gravity and the awesome duty of the power that law enforcement has as a whole, you can see what the abuses are causing in the last 3 years. People being blown away in the middle of the streets. Shot. I mean, I fucking just I'm mortified by what I see. And that's because there's a total breakdown of discipline within American law enforcement and a civilianization of the military. And that's partly because you've thrown out Christian principles out of the military. For example, uh, encouraging homosexuality within the ranks of, um, of the military. Encouraging something that when you do a further study on all of that, and you really do some careful reflection on all of that, you'll find out that most of those individuals that are claiming to be, uh, I don't, whatever that community wants to call itself, I call them the lost, okay, because they're lost. And the reason they're lost is because most of them have been horrifically abused at some time. Psychological trauma, physical trauma, sexual abuse, molestation. And when those people are honest with you and they feel that they can trust you, they will open up to you and tell you about those things. And you will find that I am more times than not correct. Very few times is that not the case. I can't say all, but clearly there's some this will handle the majority of those individuals. And for those not, hey, that's not my department. I don't know. Let God figure that one out. But I know the difference between right and healthy and good and wholesome and perversion. And I'm not going to pretend like I don't. Just to fucking fit in this fucked up society. I'm not going to do it. And you know what? You can look at me and listen to me and go, God, he really cusses a lot and he's so angry and da-da-da-da-da. You can say all of those things. I don't give a fuck, okay? I'm not here to please you. I'm telling you the truth about these things in a way that helps me cope with this fucked up society that I live in. So, I'm a little selfish here. This is for my benefit. If you get something out of it, great. If not, hey. And you know what? Hey, listen. If it's so offensive to you, click. You don't have to fucking listen to anything I say. Just fucking click it off. Fucking go whatever. I don't give a fuck. It's not my problem, okay? I'm telling you what I see in this world and what I see in the military and what I see in law enforcement. Let me tell you about law enforcement. I come from a law enforcement family and I'm not bragging. I'm simply telling you my grandfather was a sheriff and that uniform and that badge and the responsibility that he had and to my knowledge, he was always a very stand-up man and always did what he believed to be correct and was not an abusive piece of shit to people. And if he was, I would be the first to fucking put a bullet in him. Really. If he was a low-life fucking piece of shit, I would fucking hammer him myself. So, and in my household, if I disrespected my grandfather, I'm telling you what, and this is not a good thing, but my dad would take me out back. My pants would go down to my ankles. I would get a switch and I would have fucking welts up and down both fucking legs, okay? Screaming to the top of the universe, okay? Writhing in pain. And that's not the proper kind of respect to have, okay? That's fear-based, okay? Can I be buffaloed into respecting law enforcement and police out of sheer fear and terror because I've been abused? Yes. And I have at times. And when law enforcement wields that authority with that kind of an abusive mentality, I'll tell you what, it makes me want to rip them in half, okay? And I'm not so sure how much I can fucking take personally. And I don't know how much as a matter of fact, there's a line that I am drawing that if they're going to come at me like that, well then, you know what, all fucking bets are off. If you want to be a gladiator, well then, remove your shit and let's go. Take the fucking uniform off, because where I come from, that uniform used to mean something of decency. So for you to wear it and be a piece of shit is an unfair advantage to have over me. And, that's what I see happening in law enforcement and the military. And because you fucking people don't know what discipline is. You don't have core values. Your fucking values are gone. And you know what? If I lived in another country and you wanted to impose these fucked up, immoral values on me and my society, I'd fucking lock and load on your fucking ass. I ain't gonna explain shit, because I have a whole fucking group and nation of men and women that fucking know you're out to fucking lunch, pal. Your fucking ticket is punched, and you're gonna get a one-way ticket to fucking God Almighty and stand in front of Him. Fuck this. That's where I would be on it. Unfortunately, I was raised in this country and I've been indoctrinated and conditioned. I've been taught to tolerate shits I should never tolerate. And because I've been abused and grew up in a very abusive, hostile, violent atmosphere, well, that's had some effect on me also. It's kind of fucked my thinking up a little bit sometimes. But I do my very best to vent those things so I don't act on those. But when law enforcement comes to me and tries to fucking push me around and fucking bulldog me, dude, I'm telling you, you fucking lowlife motherfucker, that is not a good idea, okay? Don't think that you can't be gotten, because you can. And this is not a threat. This is just fucking reality. Hey, as far as I'm concerned, my life is in God's hands, and hey, I don't really care what happens to me in this life, even if I care. I know that I have that insurance, okay, and that assurance. And the truth is, I don't want to hurt anybody, and at the same time, though, I will defend myself and other people from an unlawful abuse of authority, and fuck you judges and attorneys who are going to twist that shit in a court of law and intimidate fucking jurors because they live in a community and you're just running roughshod over the people and they're fucking scared to death of you. Well, fuck you, motherfucker. I am not. I'm afraid, but I ain't that fucking scared, okay? And I'm not going to put up with it. And I'm going to encourage as many people as I can not to put up with it. And hopefully we can figure out a way using the power of the pen and use, our voice and and logic and reason to get you to understand how fucking far out to lunch you fuckers really are, okay? And if not, well then, you know what? Then all hell's gonna break loose and I'm not gonna trip on it. I don't give a fuck. And you know what? I got a pretty good track record of fucking not giving a fuck sometimes. And I've been pretty fucking effective. So, we can go that route. I don't like to. Matter of fact, I hate it. I was just telling somebody else that earlier. When I've gotten in fistfights with people and hurt them and fucking they're bleeding and shit, and I fucking feel terrible about it. Really, I fucking hate it. I hate it that I had to kick that guy's ass that bad. Especially when I don't start it, when I don't initiate it. but I have to defend myself. I fucking hate hurting somebody, anybody. I don't like it. And I don't like hurting me. And it's so fucking unnecessary. There's got to be a fucking better way. And I'm fighting for that better way. So, you know what? It's about good discipline, not the abuse of authority, or discipline disguised, or abuse disguised as discipline. See, huge problem, okay? Because what we have is abuse disguised as lawfulness and uh, as necessary and as lawful and as upright and as wholesome and good, because those guys would never do anything wrong. Come on, man. I mean, I would hope people open their minds and open their eyes and take a look around and ask yourself, if you don't hear the spirit of truth speaking out of me, fucking don't listen, okay? Don't. Don't fucking bother. But if you hear the spirit of truth speaking out of me or coming out of me, and you hear that these words are truthful and honest, and they do something to inspire you inside to do something about it, well, then get up off your ass and join people like me who are trying. I mean, maybe I don't have enough money or enough this or enough that, but hey, you know what? I guess I got the ability to put a few words together and to make a coherent thought and to share that with other people. And hopefully, if it is the truth, well, then, you know what? There'll be unity and people will gather around that just because it is what it is. So, this helps me get this frustration and anxiety off my chest. So fortunately, I can dismiss myself from terrible confrontations that can go sideways pretty quick, especially when police have a pattern of escalating that. And they do, clearly. All you got to do is look at all the fucking videos out there. If you can't look at those videos and see that that's total escalation, and it's willful and intentional and deliberate, you're fucked in the head, okay? And fuck this place, okay? I don't know. Maybe I should just fucking wipe my fucking feet off and dust my boots off and get the fuck out of here and go find, I don't know, go to Russia. Russia ain't perfect, but you know what? At least they understand a few things. And yeah, they got their problems, I'm sure, but maybe I could fucking go to Siberia or some shit. Fucking be away from everybody. Do a Grizzly Adams type thing. Fuck it.